Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Sin, your board certified OBGYN, national speaker, and vulvar skin specialist. Welcome to Unveiling the Private Face. Thanks for joining. As you join, please like and share. I think we have an interesting topic for tonight. This topic is probably somewhat more suited for are women who are entering that perimenopausal phase, and definitely for women who are postmenopausal. But there's also younger women who sometimes have this problem. So thanks for joining. As you join, please like and share. All right, so as you guys know, I meet you all here. I meet what I like to call my Vulvacious Village here every Thursday at 7 p.m. And we always start our evening with a trivia question. So the trivia question for tonight is, who created the first usable commercial menstrual cup? Do you guys know who created the first menstrual cup? Hello, Carolyn. Thanks for joining. As you join, please like and share. Please like and share as you guys join. I will be open for questions. So as you guys have questions this evening, please put them in the chat. And I will try to get to all the questions tonight. So hello, Alicia. How are you? Please like and share as you come in. So our trivia question for tonight is, who created the first usable commercial menstrual cup? Does anyone know? If you know the answer, please add it in the chat. If anyone knows, please add it in the chat. Okay, so once again, I am Dr. Sin, your board certified OBGYN, national speaker, and vulvar skin specialist. I help women to understand and maximize the skincare of the vulva, or what I like to call the private face, so that they realize that this area can be just as beautiful as their public face. So tonight's topic is 5 tips to control the sweat down there. Hello, Dr. Jamila. Thank you for joining. Please like and share as you join. Hi, Tracy and Ayana. As you guys join, please like and share. So let's go back over our trivia question. The trivia question is, who created the first modern day menstrual cup? Does anyone know the answer? If you get the answer or someone shares the answer with you, please add it into the chat, okay? So tonight's topic, 5 tips to control the sweat down there. Many of you guys may suffer with feeling pretty sweaty in your private area or sweat along the private face. And it's always a struggle for women to really know what to do about it. Many women suffer from it, but they don't bother to ask their physicians. And a lot of times when they do, not all physicians are quite aware of the things that women can do to help control this situation. So if you've experienced sweating down there that you felt was too much, if you like, just acknowledge that in the chat. All right, so I have 5 tips for you guys tonight. So the first tip is exercise hygiene. A lot of times when we're working out, women do not take the time or really think about the extra stuff that they need to do to really control the private face, all right? So to help with sweating down there when you're exercising, you want to wear loose-fitting clothes. And now there are a lot of exercise clothes that actually prevent the sweating. So try some of those dry fit outfits out and you'll notice a marked difference with your private face. The other thing that's important to do is to make sure that you shower immediately after exercising. As you guys already know, because you're part of the Vulvacious Village, you want to have cotton underwear on, at least the seat of your panties to be cotton at all times if you're wearing underwear, and especially if you're working out. If you're working out, please make sure that the seat of your underwear is cotton. There we go, Kalinda. She has the right answer. So, Miss Leona Chalmers was the lady who created the first menstrual cup. She was not a physician, she was actually an actress. So, thanks, Kalinda, for getting that answer correct. All right, so our first tip is exercise hygiene. We're going to make sure we have on the right garments, including panties that have a cotton seat. And then the other thing that we are going to do is we are going to shower immediately after exercising. Now, if some of you guys have a long drive from wherever it is that you're working out before you get home, and you really don't want to shower at the gym, or you're unable to shower at the location in which you're working out, you guys can try some feminine hygiene wipes. Feminine hygiene wipes that are hypoallergenic. So try that out and see if that helps with kind of controlling the sweat with the private face. So our first tip is exercise hygiene. Our second tip is control the pubic hair. All right. If you don't control the pubic hair, you're going to have issues with sweating. Now, the Vulvaceous Village already knows that when you completely remove the hair down there, you are removing part of your natural absorption, because the hair does absorb sweat. So some women who have all of their hair removed may experience more sweating. Also, women who are perimenopausal or postmenopausal, as that hair starts to thin out and kind of goes away, you also can experience more sweat merely because there's no hair there. The other side, the flip side to that, is women who have a lot of hair. Your natural garden is full. So for those women, that hair that is excessive can trap heat. That hair that is excessive sometimes can also cause bacteria to accumulate. So you want to control the hair down there. You don't necessarily need to remove all of it, because if you remove all of it, you may experience sweating. But if you have too much, you can experience a lot of shedding. So it's important to kind of find that happy medium that works for you. But the key is to control the pubic hair. All right, so number 1 is exercise hygiene. Number 2 is control the pubic hair. Number 3, careful with pads and panty liners. All right, a lot of women like to wear panty liners just because they feel that it keeps their undergarments, their panties, nice and neat. They like to wear panty liners because they feel if they are sweating that panty liner will absorb the sweat. And then with pads, some women do not like tampons, and so they use pads to control their menstrual cycles. Well, pads and panty liners are not always super absorbable. So make sure if you choose to wear a panty liner that you find one that is super absorbable. If you have excessive sweating and you have no hair there, then maybe you wear a panty liner when you work out, but as soon as you're done, you go to the bathroom and you remove that panty liner, okay? And for women who choose not to use tampons and choose to use pads, or they're back and forth, you might want to try that menstrual cup. So that's why I chose that question for our trivia question for the evening. So I see more people are joining. As you guys join, please like and share for this evening. All right, number 4, sweat wicking underwear. Believe it or not, there are underwear that their main function is to absorb sweat. They're almost like the athletic gear that is out, this like the dry fit. So it's dry fit underwear. All right. You can easily go on Amazon, and on Amazon just put in sweat wicking, WICKING underwear, and multiple options will pull up for you. So sweating down there is a problem. Let's try some underwear that helps with that. All right, and see if that works for you. Actually, I looked online and some of the underwear are cute. So you might like some of the underwear there. Number 5. Our 5th tip to help control the sweat down there is cornstarch. You want to find a powder that is cornstarch base and lightly place that on the private face, and it will help with sweating down there. There is a product that I think maybe some of you guys will like. Is by Anthony, Anthony. It's called No Sweat Body Defense. And it has cornstarch, aloe vera, and vitamin E in it. And it's a great product if you guys are interested in trying it. Do not take the deodorant or antiperspirant that's in your cabinets and use that on the private face. The reason you do not want to do that is because that's a sensitive area. And when you're spraying that antiperspirant, it can, number one, change the pH even in the vagina because those areas are so close together. And you may make yourself more prone for yeast, things of that nature, or the area may just become very irritated. And that's not fun. Okay, so let's go over our tips for the evening. Number 1, exercise hygiene. With exercise hygiene, you're going to wear loose fitting clothes. You're going to make sure with your panties that you have a cotton seat, and you're going to try some of the dry fit clothing when you're working out, if you're sweating excessively. Number 2, control the pubic hair. Maybe you have too little or maybe you have too much. All right, you got to find that happy medium that works for you. Number 3, careful with the pads and the panty liners. So if you must wear a panty liner, I'm not saying not to wear it. You just want to make sure that you're changing them out frequently. If you're working out and have a panty liner on it, you want to remove it before you even leave the gym. Go to the restroom, take it off. If you want to put a new panty liner on, that's fine. Number 4, try the sweat wicking underwear. See if you like that. You guys can go to Amazon. There's multiple kinds there. Just try it out. See if that helps if you have issues with sweating. And number 5, cornstarch base powder. Cornstarch base powder can be used to help control the sweat down there. So, are there any questions this evening? Does anyone have questions for the evening? Any questions? All right, I don't see any right now. I really appreciate you guys joining. Now, next week, we're going to do something a little bit different. All right. Once again, I am Dr. Sin, your board certified OBGYN, national speaker, and vulvar skin specialist. I help women to understand and optimize the skincare of the vulva, or what I like to call the private face, so that they understand that this area can be just as beautiful as their public face. Next week, I'm going to answer whatever questions that you guys may have. Next week's session is going to be called Ask Dr. Sin Anything. So if you guys have questions, please email your questions to info@drsinobgyn.com. Okay, that is info, I-N-F-O, at Dr. Sin, that is DrCynObgyn.com. And I will try to go through as many questions as I can. You can remain anonymous. I will not share your name, so feel free to ask whatever you want. I'm kind of interested to see where the conversation may go. I see some questions here. Should we use cotton pads? Cotton pads would be recommended if you're going to use pads. Oh, thanks, Martha. I appreciate that. Thanks, Adrian. And once again, guys, as you come in, please like and share the video. It's important that all women know how to take care of the private face. It is the most precious part of being a woman. So once again, please, whatever questions you may have, send them to info@drcynobgyn.com, info@drcynobgyn.com. And next Thursday at 7 p.m. on Unveiling the Private Face, we will do Ask Dr. Cyn Anything. All right. Thanks for joining me this evening, and I hope to see you guys next week. If I missed any questions, I will be going back through this, and I'll be looking in the chat to see if there's any questions that I missed, and I'll do my best to address all of them. You all have a good evening, and we will see you next week.